Welcome back to High Flyer Radio number 41. This is your final episode of 2021. And as always, here, the host, it's myself, Brody King, and Aiden Angels and Cosmic. What's up?
What's going on, guys? Oh, I forgot to change my name back. Oh well. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I'm Aiden. Uh, what's going on today, Raul? Man, it's been like a super long year, dude. Like it
It's
feels
wild,
like
man.
10 years have gone by in this past year, man. But we're here, dude. We're at the end of the year, man. We made it,
Feels like we got blipped, right? And then we got, what's it called?
dude.
Yeah,
Feels like we
yeah,
got blipped, and since the Twitter account has put it everywhere, it's official now. It feels like Kingpin has come in and he's run shop and he's established another business over the past 5 years while we've been gone, and now we got to
yeah,
catch up, and it's headache. And oh no, who
yeah.
bought the Avengers Tower? I don't know.
No, who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, just a wonderful Sunday night here, and thank you, Gio. What's up, Gio? Thank you for being in chat. Um, yeah, just another Sunday morning here. It's been long, man. It's been a
yeah.
long fucking couple of days, man.
It's
I'm
one. It's
really
one of those. It's one of those kind of Sundays. It's one of those kind of
yeah.
Sundays.
This week was a very long week, but um, getting ready just to be able to do the show today, and that way we can what's it called put a cap on High Fly Radio for the year because next week we're gonna start having holidays and stuff, so things are gonna start getting a little hectic here on the channel, and
Yeah,
things are gonna start looking a little weird, you know. But
it's all
yeah,
good,
I'm
man. We're
glad
moving
to.
into our next phase on the Nerd Corner. I feel like honestly, I really feel like 2022 will be a really good year for everyone. I don't know why, but I've got this like really strong, and I'm never one of those people where I'm like, oh, next year's gonna be my year. Like I've never been that guy. Like I've never really felt that way. But like, I don't know, something on the inside of me is telling me that like it'll be a good year for us next year. I don't know. I
Oh
hope
yeah,
I'm
man.
right. I hope I'm right.
Yeah, I hope I'm right. I hope you're right too, man. Because I feel it too. I'm like we every year we keep getting better and better. We always just improve more, and
Yeah.
I hope that next year we are able to do a lot more.
Whenever
Do a
we
lot more.
finally get new ads for the live show, it's gonna feel it's gonna feel like when Thanos plucked the Infinity Stone out of Vision's head and
Yeah,
completed the gauntlet. We'll
yeah,
just get this surge of energy going through us, and everything will
yeah.
change. Everything will fall into balance.
Finally, what's it called? It's all complete.
Finally, The Rock has come back to SmackDown. That's probably next
Oh
year too,
man,
but we'll talk
yo,
about that sometime.
Keon, what's good, man? What's
What's going on,
up?
Keon?
You've had a busy couple of days, huh? I see that you've had like a bunch of kids at your house.
Yeah,
But
bunch of
uh,
kids, Spider Man, a whole bunch of nonsense.
yeah, which is nonsense. But of course, we're here to talk about some wrestling today, and we're gonna talk a little bit of this AEW Winter's Coming. We're gonna talk about the Kevin Owens news, and then we're gonna talk about some end of the year stuff here. Talk about our favorite matches, our favorite pay per views, and what's all with
Yeah,
that.
all that
But
good stuff. Revolution 2021, best pay per view of the year.
fuck, man, I honestly.
No, sir. Wah, wah.
Mm, but yeah, man, what's it called? Aiden, have I asked you how you're doing, man? How are you doing,
Yeah, man,
bro?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good.
Okay.
We're surviving, dude. I'm starving. I want some coffee. You know how it is,
Yeah.
man. It's Sunday morning.
Yeah, I woke up at 8 today. Took the dog out. I just ate, gave the dogs food. So I'm just like a little in between here, like in the middle of
Yeah,
awake and asleep. And
yeah,
as you can tell, I decided to not wear a hat right now, and I'm kind of, what's it called?
dude. My
Yeah,
freaking. I've needed a retwist for like a month straight now. Just because I'm one of those guys where like I'll fall asleep without my do rag on or like my nightcap or whatever, and my dreads
yeah,
just get like super frizzy, dude, and it just pisses me off. But it's so uncomfortable to sleep with those damn things on, man. I don't know,
yeah,
man.
man.
Maybe the
But hey, you
long hair
won't.
lifestyle isn't for me. Honestly, I've been
Yeah.
thinking about like I'm gonna give it till the end of the year next year and see how they look and if I'll cut them off or not. I might go back to being short hair. We'll see. See what happens.
Yeah. Come on, it's the price you gotta pay for waves, bro.
It's a price you gotta pay. It's a price you gotta pay.
Yeah. Um. So let's go ahead and get through here. Let's go ahead and make a run through what we got here. For the first thing that we've got here, of course, what's it called? As it was reported by Fightful and then confirmed by WWE. it looks like Kevin Owens
Yeah.
has re-signed with WWE, right?
Yeah, Kevin Owens re-signed. It looks to be like a $2 to $3 million contract, which damn, damn Kevin Owens, fight Owens fight, man. Like do what you need to do, man,
Yeah.
to get that bag, dude. Do what you need to do to get that bag.
Yeah, man. I mean, what's it called? Well, I think people don't really, what's it called, remember, realize that like a lot of this shit is the business, right? And
Yeah,
what's it called? A lot of these people, what's it called? Have families to support and to feed, and
yeah.
if whoever's contract is the highest, what's it called? You're gonna probably end up going with whose contract is the highest.
Yeah, unless you're someone like a Moxley, where it's like WWE. I'm sure they offered him millions of dollars, what he said, but he just didn't take it because he's just like, dude, I just want to go wrestle, and I don't do that here, so I gotta go wrestle,
Yeah,
And Brian Danielson, he talked about he loved WWE, he loved being at WWE, but he said, I would watch TV on Wednesday nights, and I saw this is where it was happening at, and I knew I needed to go there and see if I could keep up, And honestly, I really thought Kevin Owens was going to be in that same category of guys where he's like, you know what, my friends are over there. I tweeted out the Mount Rushmore teases, like he did all this stuff. I think at one point, like Kevin Owens was most likely going to AEW, but I just
yeah,
I think that the contract that he was offered from WWE, I mean, any sane man I don't think would turn down $2 to $3 million. You know what I mean? Especially on a no cut contract where WWE cuts people left and right. Who's to say they don't get tired of Kevin Owens? On the next go around and they just release him, and he still
yeah,
made his $2 to $3 million, and now he goes to AEW on top of that. But it's also a crazy point right now. Like free agency in wrestling right now is
it's
probably the
wild.
best it's ever been. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's nuts. Like Keith Lee, Swerve Scott, all these people are out there right now. You've got Ember Moon. You've got all these people who are out there in free agency right now. It's like,
Hmm.
do you pick up Kevin Owens? You know what I mean? Like, is that, do you want to push another white main event kind of guy whenever you're already getting flack for that in your company? You know what I mean? Like, we've talked about it, like, we need to start seeing more. I got to see a Latino champion. I've got to see a black world champion. I want to see it all.
Hmm.
Like, the women's division is fine. The women's division has done it perfectly. You know what I mean? We've got Nyla Rose, who's native black and she's trans. You know what I mean? We've got
Hmm.
Hikaru Shida, who's a Japanese wrestler. We had Riho, Japanese wrestler. Britt's the only white, woman to hold that title. You know what I mean? So, the
Yeah.
women's division, as far as I'm concerned, they're doing it right. Um,
And by the
but
way,
the
it's
men's
looking,
division,
man, we
man.
might we might be having our what's it called, a black woman own the championship again.
Oh yeah,
So
bro. Oh
yeah,
yeah, bro. Jade Cargill, man.
yeah,
That's a name to look out for in 2022, man. Jade Cargill. I'm looking forward to seeing what her trajectory is.
yeah. Um, one word for everybody who's listening here: leverage, leverage, leverage. This was leverage,
Leverage.
man. This is what you got to do. What's it called? You tease them a little bit, and what's it
Hmm.
called? You say, hey, man, what's it called? They want me over there, and they're offering this much, and if you can meet this, and add some little bit of extra stuff, then I'm gonna stay. That's what happened. And what's it called? It don't matter if his friends are there or not, man. You There's leverage, and
Yeah.
like Kevin Owens has always looked like a family guy. He's a
Yeah.
family man. Yeah, it's called he loves his kids. He loves his wife, man. Like he's always what's it called
Yeah.
talking about how what's it called he loves him so much and he cares about him and he's always so devoted to his family. So of course he would take this route. And I was not surprised at all. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
The fact that he might have gone to the AEW had me interested, but like I also know that you know, Owens is gonna choose what's right for his family.
Yeah. And there's still a lot to do in WWE. I feel like a lot of people are like, what is Kevin Owens' ceiling? And maybe I'm being too optimistic. I think looking at how big that contract is, they're gonna want to get something out of him. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe another world title run for Kevin Owens is coming up. I could easily see like a good back and forth series between Kevin Owens and Big E.
Yeah.
I think that's something that could happen. We'll
Oh, it's
see.
definitely overdue. I mean, what's it called? I would love to see Owens get the title back and
Yeah,
get it again.
honestly. It's way overdue at this point. You know,
Yeah.
I
But
Universal title scene's different, but that world title scene, I really feel like that's a revolving door. We've
yeah.
got a lot of people that could be elevated by getting that title.
Yep. We'll just wait and see what happens with that, man. Because it always seems like, hey, we're on a good trajectory. Everything's going good with Hoover choosing as champs, and then
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just down the drain, man, down the drain.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
but
thus is the game of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Um,
you want to
yeah.
play the
So
game?
I'm just glad that what's it called? He's doing what he wants. He's getting it's called the right amount of pay for his family. So
Yeah,
we'll see what's up. We'll
good
see
for
what
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, we'll see what Kevin Owens, what 2022 has in store for Kevin Owens. Um, now, AEW Winter is coming. Um, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't watch. What's it called? I told Aiden, man.
This
I I
man's
need I need my PC back. I need it
yeah,
back.
bro.
I need to be in the presence of it because like if I'm not streaming this shit, I'm not
Yeah.
watching a lot of this.
Well,
I need to like.
never fear, because we're gonna be doing our end of the year recaps, and since you didn't get to
Hmm.
watch the Hangman Adam Page and American Brian Danielson match,
Yeah,
I'll save that
yeah,
because I got that at a very high spot for me for this year. So I'll
yeah,
kind of do like a brief rundown of Dynamite and
yeah.
everything that happened on the show. We get Malachi Black, who's just like chilling
Oh, I watched
somewhere.
that by the way. I
Oh
watched that.
yeah. Oh
Yeah, the
my
video.
god.
Yeah,
Malachi
I watched that.
Black with this amazing video package. Just chilling with his face looking fucked up as ever. Like he's like absorbing like the evil energy within people that he mists, and like the people that he mists, depending on the mist, like it has a different effect on him, and it's really fucking cool. And it's like he
Yeah,
explained it by like, if you can train like this muscle that's in your throat, and if you grind it hard enough, this mist will like conjure out of it. And I'm like, Malachi Black, man, he's gotta be like, I know Miro's up there for me too, but Malachi Black's gotta be like gimmick of the year, bro. Cause like he
hell yeah.
understands what he is. He knows what he wants to do with this
Yeah.
character, and it's fucking awesome. But we've been talking a lot about the House of Black, but ain't nobody in the House of Black except for Malachi. Until now, finally. It also, I
Like
can't remember who.
the studio apartment of Black, right?
Yeah, the studio apartment of Black, the single bedroom, single bathroom of Black, the twin size bed of Black. Uh, but we finally, it looks like we're finally getting someone into the House of Black, and it looks like it's going to be his PWG tag team partner, Brody King. Coming over from Ring of
Ooh.
Honor. Who a lot of us want Brody King. CM Punk has said he wants Brody King to come to AEW. We've got give me the tattoo boys, man. I want all that. Tattoo
Yep.
boys. But Brody King, it looks like he's finally brought into AEW. What are your thoughts? You got Malachi saying now you're more than a king. So,
I'm excited, man. I want to see where this goes. I want to see the House of Black grow.
yeah,
I think Malachi had a great year. I think Malachi
yeah,
had a great year, man.
yeah,
What's it called? Some dumb decisions here and there by what's it called? Creative, having him lose to Cody and having him,
yeah,
constantly lose to Cody, which I don't like. But I think overall, like the reinvention of Black's what's it called career has been done great this year, and I
yeah,
want to see where we take it in 2022. Brody King, I had never seen Brody King really wrestle that much. What's it called? So I'm relatively like new to Brody King, but what's it called? If this is his old PWG partner, I'm ready, man. I
yeah.
want to see Malachi, what's it called, get to work on this stuff because he's probably one of the most creative people right now in the sport of professional wrestling.
Oh, for sure. His mind just works on a whole different level with
Yeah.
storytelling and wrestling, and
God,
I
just
can't
get the
wait to
fucking
see whatever
Bray.
he has in store for us, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
you want Bray? You want Bray
Just give me
Wyatt?
fucking Bray, Brody,
Wyndham is
Malachi.
coming. Were you
Yeah,
were
all
you part of the Wyndham is coming
Wyndham.
community on Twitter?
No,
Because a
but
lot of
I
people thought
just
he was coming. I didn't see it happening, dude.
nah. I would just want it because I know that like once you put those two heads together, they would like work on some really cool stuff and be able to
Yeah,
pitch really good ideas to Tony.
yeah. Would you have Bray like be in the House of Black with Malachi, or
Hmm.
would you? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of people want that too, and I'm kind of like, I don't know because it's like Malachi feels like he should be the lead of that, but like if you were to bring in someone like Bray, it kind of feels undeniable that he should be the lead for something like that. But then that could be the story where it's like these two
Hmm.
guys fighting for that, who's the head of the table in the House of Black, you know what I
There's
mean?
always God, but there must always be the prophet.
Yeah.
Remember.
Dude, I think ultimately coming down to like a Miro versus Malachi Black feud would be pretty sick. Like God versus the devil, I feel like something like that would be awesome to see
Yep.
next year, man. Um, but moving on, we get Adam Cole, who promises a very special Christmas present to remember next year at AEW Holiday Bash as he looks to the Young Bucks and he looks to Bobby Fish and winks to the camera. And then Kyle O'Reilly on his Twitter, as soon as Adam Cole said it on TV, tweeted a "What's in the box" gif. Bro, it's happening. We're
The
getting like
undisputed elite, bro.
undisputed elite, the indisputed elite, whatever undisputed era, whatever you want to call it. It's coming, bro. We're getting it. It's gonna happen next week on Dynamite. I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm
I don't know, like
excited.
I don't know, man. I went on a binge on YouTube this week, just looking at like old matches I've never heard of, and I found this old match that looked like it took place in a studio apartment with Kyle O'Reilly and Zack Sabre Jr. And my God, man, just some of Kyle O'Reilly's old work, like what the last like year or two of NXT has become, it kind of makes you forget about it. Um, and that's just me speaking. But I'm looking forward to seeing Kyle O'Reilly come into AEW. I think there's a lot for him to do there. Um, Specifically as a tag team, component of AEW for right now. I feel like seeing like Redragon come in would be something that would be really special for a lot of people who knew about them, and for a lot of the people who just watch NXT. You watch it and you're like, oh, that's Undisputed Era. I know these guys. I think it's the right move all around. And I can't wait to see it happen.
Yeah. Um. Plus, what's it called? I think that once you're gonna have to like fill in the spaces that are gone right now from Kenny not being there, and I think
Yeah.
having the undisputed era and the elite in the same team makes for some interesting what's it called possible drama to ensue.
Yeah, because there's gonna be a breakup. Totally. I think
Yeah.
Adam Cole's gonna team up with Bobby and Kyle, and they're gonna try to make it kind of like an old school like NWO invasion angle where it's like, the name's Nash and that's Hall, and we're here, brother. Like you could do the whole thing, you know what I mean? And then you could get Kenny Omega, turn him babyface.
Huh?
Whoa, turn him
Hold on.
babyface. Uh,
Oh
Hey,
crap!
wait, whoa, end of the year, crazy time. Uh, for the
Don't
for
know
the
how that
people on
happened.
YouTube and Twitch. Um, but you bring Kenny Omega in, you could turn him babyface. You could have him do like trios with the Bucks. You could there's so much there that
Yeah.
just writes itself, man. Like,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, Kyle O'Reilly sounds cool, and then we get a MJF, who's now our three-time Dynamite Diamond Ring winner in a match with Dante Martin, which was a great match, by the way. I love that MJF opened it up with a promo, just shitting on Texas, saying that everyone loves incest,
Oh
everyone's an
god.
idiot. CM Punk is a moron because he made fun of MJF for only using low-hanging fruit, but he went off on a 10-minute promo the week before about how the Islanders are trash. So MJF told him who's really like the dumbass here. MJF and Dante Martin had a great match. I think Dante Martin's getting a lot of confidence behind him, and I can't wait to see what his 2022 looks like. Future TNT champ for sure, for sure.
Hell yeah, man.
Um,
Hell yeah.
Ricky Starks comes out. Uh, you know, Screws Dante over to help MJF get the win. That's obviously a story that they're building up. I feel like Ricky Starks has been the most underutilized person on AEW television the past year, really, because of his injuries and all that. Unfortunately, but I think once Ricky now it looks like he's getting back into wrestling. Once we get the
Hmm.
gears rolling on Ricky, it's going to be undeniable. People are going to want Ricky to be the world champion fast. So,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Any thoughts on MJF and all that?
I'm excited to see what MJF does in 2022 now, and I think
Yeah.
that come
They're
2022,
heating
I
him
think
up, man. He is going to be
yeah,
the world champion soon.
yeah, I 100% think so too. I think that what's it called MJF in 2022 will be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, I've said it on several shows that I think Double or Nothing is probably when Hangman will lose because I feel like MJF versus Hangman at Double or Nothing, where everything all started, 3 years, 4 years before. Um, the segment that they had together with Bret Hart in the middle of the ring, bringing out
Hmm.
the world championship for the first time. I think that all writes itself, so that could happen, but at this pace, man, I don't know, maybe Revolution, but we'll see. It
Yeah.
depends on when the CM Punk MJF storyline ends, right? Because I think MJF is definitely going to be CM Punk's first loss. He's going to beat him with that stupid ring or something. Something's going to happen, man. Something's going to happen. It's going to set CM Punk into like a whole new level of babyface mode, or we're going to want him to come in and win that world title or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see
Hmm.
what happens.
And speaking of what's it called, speaking of what's it called, what's it called, the Zack Saber Jr. and all that. I was looking. Did you get the chance to, before we talk about the what's it called? Before we talk about the Hangman match, did you get the chance to see what they announced for Wrestle Kingdom 16?
I didn't. What did they announce?
Dude, this shit actually has me really hyped. So what's it called? They have a fuck ton of matches, right? The one that really has me interested though is the what's it called? They have of course Takagi versus Okada, right?
Yeah,
What's called for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. But the winner of that faces what's it called? Will Osprey
yeah. I knew that
for
they
the
were doing
IW.
that. It was like a night one, night two kind of
Mm-hmm.
deal because
Which
Okada.
honestly, what's what
Yeah,
what time would it be? Because I might have us want us to do that. Do a, what's it called?
I don't know.
Watch.
We'll talk about that off the air. We'll have to figure something out.
Yeah,
But like, if there is a chance that we can do live stream watch along for both nights for Wrestle Kingdom this year, yeah,
yeah.
I'm down
I
because
don't want to
I've
wake
never
up at
watched it
2
live.
a.m. though. Yeah, I don't want
Yeah,
to
that's the
watch at
thing.
2
That's the thing.
a.m.
I don't want to
though.
watch it at
Yeah,
2 a.m. I don't want to watch it at 2 a.m.
yeah.
But we'll figure that out.
But
Um,
yeah, it looks really interesting. And what's it called? Kenta's gonna be defending the title too, and all that.
yep,
So
all that stuff,
yeah,
man.
I want to bring that up because I was like, oh, I didn't know that Osprey had a shot at the title already. So
Yeah,
that's really cool. But dude, I'm ready for MJF to kind of you know be propelled.
yeah. It's gonna send him
Which
to a
what?
whole new
Yeah,
level, man. I
yeah,
like. I've been saying for a while. I don't think the Wardlow turn should happen until MJF gets the world
yeah.
title. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but I really do feel like if you're about making stars, man, like make a star. Like have Wardlow
Hmm.
turn on MJF whenever he's got the world title, and it means a lot. You can build that up. I think MJF with the world title, that just prints money, man. It prints money, man. You just send out the Burberry AEW world titles, get it all, man. And
I
do whatever you
that's
need
the
to do.
thing, man. I can't wait for the what's it called? The Burberry what's it called
Yeah,
strap on the
I'm
fucking
telling you, man. He's got to put like a Burberry strap or like Burberry
yeah.
side plates or something on the AEW title just to piss people off. It's
Yeah,
something, man.
fucking hell, dude. I'm looking at here, 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hell
2 a.m.
no,
Central Standard
no,
Time. No,
hell
thank you,
no,
sir. That's the time it
no.
starts.
Yep, that's the time it starts. 2 a.m. live at 2
Man.
a.m. Central
We'll
Standard
just
Time.
we'll just watch it. We'll just watch it together later.
Yeah,
No, thank
yeah.
you.
This is
Sorry,
yeah. This
guys.
is what.
Not
No,
happening.
that ain't happen. None of you guys should even be watching that. Let's be real. Y'all wouldn't
Yeah,
even be up watching that.
yeah.
Probably
None of
the
y'all
only
would be watching it with us.
who would end up being watching fucking probably Yuri, who lives
Yeah,
in the
probably Yuri.
Netherlands, because he's
Exactly.
barely waking up, or Timber, because
So
it's
good
barely gonna
morning.
be like yeah,
In
gonna
the
be like
middle of
the
the
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yeah, no, but Yeah, man. I'm excited. I think once we're done with the CM Punk storyline, I think we're gonna head into MJF having himself a great year next year because I can't wait to see that strap on him, man. I can't wait, and I know that he's gonna get booed like a motherfucker, bro.
Oh
But they
yeah,
have
man.
been teasing the Wardlow turn a little,
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
especially this week.
They teased it on this on Winter's Coming too. I didn't really include it in the notes, but he had a
Yeah.
match with Seidel, totally squashed him, did his power bomb deal. I've talked about Wardlow's power bomb. It's sick.
Oh yeah.
Spears comes out. He's like, that's too excessive, Wardlow. Whatever. You just end the match. You're being too excessive, and then immediately grabs his chair and starts beating up Matt Seidel. And he's like, see what I mean? You're being way too excessive, Wardlow. Way too excessive. Everyone fucking hates Sean Spears. I hate Sean Spears. He's the perfect heel. Piece of shit. Um, and Wardlow is obviously pissed, dude. Like he's like, man, I'm done with these guys. Done with these
Yeah.
guys. I'm getting behind Wardlow, man. Every week I'm getting behind Wardlow, dude. I just want to see him go out there and power bomb MJF so bad. That's all I want to see, man. That's all I want to see. So, they're setting it up, man. They're
Yeah.
setting it up. Uh,
They really are.
um,
And I
moving
think
on.
once
What's up?
what's it called when MJF gets the title and he finally defends it, I think he's probably going to defend it against first like against Wardlow or something. Like one of
Yeah.
his big opponents cuz and I think that would be a good match.
I feel like if you ever want to give Wardlow the title, like that would be the time. Like give Wardlow like a quick world title run.
Yeah.
If it works, because like I don't know, man. I got everyone's talking about the Batista moment, with Evolution, man. But I don't know. I think it could be really big whenever Wardlow turns on MJF. Like it could like send Wardlow into like Hangman territory, dude. I really believe that because people just want to see MJF get his comeuppance. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. People
Yeah,
just want to
getting
see MJF get his
power
ass
bombed
beat.
like a motherfucker,
And
bro.
Wardlow
Yeah.
picking MJF up and power bombing him and power bombing Sean Spears and all that, being like, I'm done with the Pinnacle. I'm done with all this shit. Like, I think people want that, dude, really bad. And I'm here for it. But
Hell
moving on
yeah,
to like
man.
matches of the year and all that kind of stuff, saved it for the
Yeah.
end, man. Hangman
Yeah.
Page and Bryan Danielson, man, went out here on national television in Dallas, Texas, and put on an out from the moment this match started, bro. And I said it last week. I said I think this match is going an hour, bro. I really do. They fucking went a whole hour, bro. They went an
Yeah.
hour. Bryan Danielson went out there. He's doing jumping jacks in the corner, saying you're not shit, Hangman. My cardio's better. I'm better than you. And then this whole time, Bryan Danielson's just beating down on Hangman Page for like the first 20 minutes, and Hangman finally hits him with the biggest boot, and Bryan Danielson sells his ass off. He makes it look like Hangman just hit him with a fucking bazooka. Like it was amazing. Bryan Danielson's working every body part of Hangman, specifically that arm because he doesn't want him to hit the lariat. Um, it, it, High spots, dude. Hangman goes through a table on the outside, busts his head open, stays there for the whole commercial break while the medical team is tending to him. There weren't that many commercial breaks, but the ones they had were perfectly timed for an hour match. Um,
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. Chills the entire match. Chills. I'm sitting in my apartment yelling at my TV. I'm clapping at my TV. I'm cheering at my TV. It just everything about it was perfect storytelling. Like if you were to sit down and say this is an hour of perfect wrestling, this is an hour of perfect wrestling. This match was incredible. I think it's Hangman's best match that he's had. I think it was Bryan Danielson's best match of the year. Might be one of his best matches he's ever had. It it wasn't the match I think people wanted with the finish because people wanted Hangman to have like a definitive win for his first defense as the world champion. But going an hour with Bryan Danielson, who for me, spoilers, is the wrestler of the year. There's no argument to be made, I think,
Yeah.
for anyone else, really. I understand Kenny Omega. I'm the biggest Kenny Omega fan there is here, guys. And Bryan Danielson is the fucking wrestler of the year. He's the greatest wrestler in the world right now. But Hangman ultimately hits his buckshot lariat, but time runs out before he can make the pin, and his arm's been worked over too much where he wasn't able to make the pin. So, it honestly, I think it makes Hangman look strong because Hangman beat Bryan Danielson in an hour. He just couldn't get the pin. Now Bryan Danielson can move forward as this cocky heel that he's going to be, and he can be like, well, you never beat me. You know what I mean? Like, you never pinned me. I've never been submitted in this company. I've never been pinned in this company. I'm the greatest wrestler there is in this company. And I think you can set up an immediate rematch for Battle at the Belts, which is coming in like 2 weeks, which is going to be an hour-long show. And the rumor is it's going to be a really long pre-show. If
Mm.
you're if you're me, if I'm Tony Khan and I'm saying, hey, we're moving to TBS, we're getting a new audience, we're basically going to be adding like a whole extra million viewers that we could potentially have to our show. Like what do we do? I say that first weekend, you give an hour-long pre-show, you defend the TNT title on that pre-show, do the women's title on that pre-show, you do the tag titles on that pre-show, and uh you give Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson the whole hour for Battle of the Belts, bro. The entire hour, and you let them go fucking crazy and do it again. I think you have Hangman beat Bryan Danielson officially.
I didn't get the chance to watch this. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I didn't get the chance to watch this, so I want to watch this soon. But
Yeah, you got to, man.
there's
You have to. You must.
I heard great things. I heard great things, man. So I'm ready to just what's it called, sit back and watch this because I want to see it. But
How is it that AEW gave us the two greatest television matches of all time in the past year,
yeah,
let alone the past 3 months? Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson and Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson.
shit, bro. They gave us the best fucking what's it called match on YouTube as well. With
On
Minoru and
YouTube. Oh my,
Suzuki.
that was my match of the year. That was my match.
Yeah,
Suzuki and Danielson was my match of the year until this past Wednesday. Like it's the run that Bryan Danielson is on right now. I can't like tip my hat to it enough, man. Like Bryan Danielson is the greatest wrestler in the world, and I there's an argument he might be the greatest wrestler of all time. Like Bryan Danielson is that fucking guy. He really is. He really is.
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's winter's coming, man. It was a good show. Rampage this week was all right too. Don't really have any like crazy notes for that. They announced the Owen, which is a men and women's 16 cup tournament. Or I
Ooh.
think 16 people, like 16 people are going in the bracket or whatever. However that works for a tournament, which I think will be awesome, dude. I think that it's another one of these like dynamite diamond rings that you can kind of do that like sets forward a new star. You know what I mean? Like you could have a Dante Martin or someone, or Serena Deeb or someone, or Layla Hirsch or someone. I don't know, Wendy's. That could really propel them to a new level in AEW. So good
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
really happy that they're doing something with all that now. What's it called? Because when they announced it, we're like, okay, cool, let's get this going. And then I'm glad that we're starting to see what they're doing with the whole and Heart Foundation thing that they opened. So
Yeah,
I'm really
absolutely.
excited. I'm really excited for that. And yeah, man, I mean, this year has been a great year for me being a fan of Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan. Hell, I mean, just WrestleMania and then the match with Roman at SmackDown. What's it called? I had a great send off for Bryan there, and then then this year, what's it called with Bryan Danielson coming to AEW, just been great. And I think it is very very much an argument to be made that that what's it called that Ryan's been what's it called having the is the wrestler of the year for sure.
Yeah.
But
Bryan Danielson and Bianca Belair. If I had to pick
ooh,
two
yeah,
names, those are my two names.
yeah,
Bianca. The past couple, I feel like the past 6 months haven't been as kind to Bianca as the first 6 months of the year were, because the first 6 months of the year were just incredible with the way that they had built up Bianca. And unfortunately, WWE did their thing and just were like, hey, Becky's back. So, do the Kofi thing. Bianca lost in 26 seconds at SummerSlam, which was pretty
yeah.
ridiculous. Um, but still, we're moving on to like our moments of the year and stuff like that. And I think one of
Mhm.
those moments of the year, man. We were all watching it together. But Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair
Oh yeah.
at WrestleMania, main eventing WrestleMania this year, was a moment, man. That was undeniable. That was a perfect wrestling moment, man. But I don't know. What are some of your moments of the year?
Oof. What's it called? Bryan Danielson, debuting
Yeah,
in AEW.
the
Um,
the double
Dominic,
debut, Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson at the same time, man. That was
yeah.
crazy.
Ray and Dominic winning the championship, becoming the first father and son to do it. You
There you
know,
go.
yeah, that was one of the beautiful moments. and Sasha and what's it called, and
Bianca.
Bianca. Oh God, yeah, that was amazing. But also, what's it called? That's something that what's it called? I didn't really get to appreciate until what's it called? Until when you had called it out when we were doing our watch along of WrestleMania. The moment that we kind of have been waiting for. We have been waiting for Roman to kind of just finally be able to what's it called? React to the fans when they booed
Oh,
him. So when they were booing him during the
yeah.
match, and he just stood there and he looked like, "What the fuck is wrong with y'all?" Like
Yeah,
that was
like
one of
I'm
my
just
favorite moments, man.
yeah, dude. Thunderdome era Roman Reigns was like a whole different beast, man. But like,
Yeah.
I'm just happy that Roman Reigns is out here like living his best life, man. Like he
Oh
really
yeah.
is, dude. Like, he's gonna go on. He's gonna have his fucking like fourth WrestleMania main event against Brock Lesnar next year in Dallas, and I'm gonna be there for it. I'm gonna be pissed off. But who gives a shit? Roman's earned it. Roman's having a fucking phenomenal year. I would argue that last year was his year. This year he's done well. He's done good too.
Yeah.
But I think there's a couple people that are just kind of ahead of him.
Yes, last year
But
was definitely his year. Yeah, last year was
yeah,
definitely his year. This year, I think it definitely belongs to like Omega or what's it called,
yeah,
or
Omega, Hangman.
Danielson. Yeah,
Hangman winning at Full Gear, man. Like being there for that live, that was a
yeah.
super emotional atmosphere, dude. Like that what a match. Like Kenny Omega and Hangman Page is one of my favorite matches of the year. Like that was incredible. Um, but dude, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about a certain guy on the middle of that T-shirt right there, Mr. CM Punk,
Yes. Oh
man.
yeah. Punk
CM Punk making his
returning,
his
man.
return back to professional wrestling this year. What a moment, man.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I was at work, 10 minutes before the show, before Rampage came on that night. I chucked my apron into the bin. I clocked out. I said, "Hey, I gotta go, guys. I set you guys up for success. I'm out of here." I pulled up. I had my TV on the whole day because I knew I was gonna be cutting it close. As soon as I walked into the door, my TV was on in my living room, and all you heard was and then like the music hits and the fucking Chicago crowd went crazy. And what a moment, man. Like I don't know, man. What a God damn it, man. 2021 was a great year in wrestling, dude. What a great year.
One
Kenny
hundred
Omega
percent.
walking out with every fucking belt there is, like draped in him at Double or Nothing this year was amazing. God damn it, man. Andrade El Idolo. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
What a year.
Yep.
What a year, man. What a year, man.
It's been great, man. I really think that this year we got spoiled, man. We got
Yeah.
spoiled with so much great wrestling, and
We're
I
just getting
think that
started,
just
bro.
but yeah, my definitely my moment of the year was Brian. What's it called? What's Brian Danielson returning? What's it called
Yeah.
to professional wrestling? What's it called? Making his debut in AEW. That was a moment that I didn't see coming. I didn't see it coming. I was like, oh, what's it called? I think maybe it's not today. Like it's probably not gonna happen. And when you heard the you got to fly the Concorde, I was like, oh shit, hell yeah.
Yep.
Let's see let's see what's going on. And then boom, he comes out with the white tee. And yeah, I'm excited. I was excited so much, and it's a moment, for a big Daniel Bryan fan like me. That was a moment
Yeah.
that have been waiting for, and yeah, that's my moment of the year, man.
I've fully been convinced, man. Like I am team Brian Danielson. Like I am here for it, man. If he does not get a world title run by the end of next year, man, what a shame. I think it's happening. I think it's happening for sure. Um, we've already kind of talked about our wrestlers of the year, dude, like Brian Danielson, Bianca Belair, the Kenny Omega. I feel like those are the three names. If those aren't your three names, I don't know, man. You could put a Big
Yeah.
E in there. I think we
Oh
gotta
yeah.
tip our hat to Big E for finally winning the world championship. Tip our hat to Xavier Woods for winning King of the Ring. Those
Oh
kind of
yeah.
moments. Those were great. Those were great. What's your match of the year if you have one off the top of your head?
Man, it's because there were so many good ones this year.
So
Like,
many this year, dude.
yeah, of course you have what's it called? What's it called? Hangman versus Kenny. You had what's it called?
MJF and Darby, man. I got to tell
MJF
you,
and
being there
Darby.
live for MJF and Darby,
Yeah,
damn. That was the
but then you,
moment to me where I was like, AEW's done it. They have made new stars. MJF is incredible. Darby Allin is incredible, despite what he tweets. Um,
hmm we also had Walter and Dragunov. That was
Oh, Walter and
Robbie Love.
Dragunov at Takeover this year. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
what a match, dude. That's
yeah,
perfect. That's perfect wrestling right there. That is
yeah.
a
But also like,
perfect heel and a perfect baby face just facing off. Damn,
yeah, but
dude.
also like, what's it called? Charlotte and
Yep.
Rhea Ripley at Money in the Bank
Money in the
in
Bank.
2021. Yeah, when they literally that crowd was booing them from the beginning, and then at the end they were cheering
Yeah.
for that match. It was also when what's it called? Charlotte, what's it called? Flipped off the crowd too.
Yeah, that was great. That's
Yeah,
good old Texas crowds, man. Good old
yeah,
Texas crowds.
yeah. That crowd wanted Becky, and they were like, "Fuck you guys, you're gonna get this match, whether you
Yeah.
like it or not." And they tore the house down, man.
Yeah.
Um, but the main event, what's it called, the WrestleMania, night two with Roman and Edge and Bryan.
Yep.
But I think my favorite match of the year, undoubtedly, man, what's it called, Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson, man.
Yeah.
Of
What a
course,
showcase.
fucking amazing match. Uh, Draw. It was literally two people who think that they were better than each other go toe to toe, and at the end, no one could beat each other.
Mm-hmm.
It was a draw. I loved it. And I think that that's definitely my match of the year, bro.
Yeah, I up until maybe like last week, I might have said that would have been one of them. That it's up there for me. It's in my top 10 for the year for sure. But I think
Hmm.
I want to applaud Edge and Seth Rollins. I think they had some great matches this year too. I think their SummerSlam match was awesome. The SmackDown match was awesome. Even the Saudi Arabia match was fucking awesome. It was a great Hell in a Cell match. I hate to say it. Um, oh boy, those Saudi shows, man. That Saudi crowd was live this year, man. They knew what the fuck was going on. I saw some CM Punk shirts in there too from
Yep,
AEW, the
yep.
AEW CM Punk shirts. That was fucking wild. Um, I think uh, Ruby Chris Statlander and Riho last week had a great match as well. You
Yeah.
had tons of great matchups this year, man. But yeah,
Fuck.
Hangman and
Ruby and
Bryan
Britt.
Danielson. Yeah,
Ruby and
yeah.
Britt.
Ruby and Britt was great. I think that
Yeah.
Ruby and Chris Statlander like 2 weeks ago on Dynamite was probably the best women's match I've seen all year. That match was fucking awesome. And I don't really care what people say about Ruby Soho. There's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, I don't think Ruby Soho is a great wrestler." And I'm like, "Well, you go in the ring
Hella
and you
high.
try it." I don't get it,
Yeah.
dude. I don't get it at all. I think she's everything a wrestler should be.
Dude, she's fucking awesome. I love
She's
Ruby.
great.
Yeah.
But
That's
match
another
of the
one of
year
my
for me,
favorite moments.
Hangman and Danielson, bro. That's mine. It's got to be.
That was another one of my favorite moments this year. It's called Ruby debuting
Yeah, Ruby debuting with the whole crowd already chanting her name before she ever even
yeah.
came out, and like seeing her
Yep.
reaction to that was amazing.
Yep.
Um, but
But
do you have? I'll say this: do you have like a bold prediction for 2022 that you want to make before we head out? Because I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about it. But I'll say this: I think that the chances of a Bullet Club AEW invasion are very likely for next year. I think we're finally going to get some type of Bullet Club like invasion to AEW that will see the end of the Elite storyline play out. I don't know if we'll like if the Elite will disband or something, but I don't know. I think a major beat in the Elite storyline is coming. You know what I mean? I just feel something. I feel it.
I think Roman Reigns is going to lose the title at SummerSlam. I don't know against who. He's going to lose it
Oh,
because
SummerSlam.
it's not going to happen at WrestleMania, bro. Roman has never beat Brock at WrestleMania, ever. He's never
Yeah.
beat Brock. So
Oh, so this year.
I think this year is when he finally beats him at WrestleMania. So what's it called? If that's the main event that happens, which I
See,
doubt
they
it
need to
because
make
they're.
that the story. They need to make that the story, man. That is a perfect point, Ro. Because up until this point, I've been
Hmm.
soured. This whole time, I've been like, I don't care. But if you make the story where like Brock is like, you've never beaten me at WrestleMania, like,
Yeah,
and I want,
31. He didn't beat
yeah,
him. What's it called? 33. That was the one at New Orleans, right? Yeah, that what's it called? He
yep,
never beat. He didn't beat him there,
didn't beat
dude.
him.
Yeah, yeah. Brock has never lost to what's it called, to Roman at WrestleMania. He only beat Roman at SummerSlam. I mean,
Yeah,
what's it called? Roman only beat Brock at SummerSlam.
that would be. I like that. I like that. If we
Yeah,
gotta see it again, I like that.
yeah. it's that I just the last thing I want is for them to book themselves into the corner. To
I
what's
think
it called?
I
Not
think
knowing.
we've been in the corner for the past 3 months, Raul.
Yeah,
There's nothing
but
on
if you make the
Like
story that
SmackDown isn't even like for a while. I was able to watch SmackDown like no problem. I could put on SmackDown and enjoy it for 2 hours.
yeah.
Nowadays, I can't even watch SmackDown, dude. I think we've been in that corner for a minute.
I did like the whole this week with the what's it called with Heyman, what's it called,
Oh
being like
yeah,
getting fired. Which
Heyman.
I don't know. Did he get fired? I don't know. Maybe this is Roman starting to play the mind games and being like,
Yeah.
what's it called? Oh, Rock, you wanted to play the mind games with me when it was when that was going down. What's it called? Now I'm gonna play them with you. But I like the whole like what's it called? Thank you, wise man, for what's it called? Your service. Like I love you, my tribal chief.
Right before he gets Superman punched.
Yep, yep.
Uh,
Man, but yeah, and I love Jay in the bag, just like, so come on, bro, you just gonna let him disrespect you like that? Oh man, but come on, Noose, you just gonna let him disrespect you like that?
Come on, Oos.
Yeah, but yeah, he's gonna lose the title at SummerSlam. It's not gonna be at WrestleMania.
Damn. I
No,
don't. We'll talk about our like Royal Rumble predictions and that kind of stuff like as we get closer. But I don't know, man.
yeah,
I feel like if you don't do Lesnar and Roman at WrestleMania next year, there's an argument to be made for Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns next year,
oh
which is
hell
what I
yeah,
want to see. But we'll see what
yeah.
happens. But hey
But also
man,
they're like,
what's up?
dude, they're also doing this whole like Sami Zayn thing in here now, where they're like kind of
Dude, I don't
inserting
I'm
him.
loving that. I am loving that on YouTube. This
So
Brock
like,
and
yeah.
Sammy. I
So
love
like,
it.
part of me is like wondering like, is Sammy gonna screw what's it called? It's gonna screw Brock, and we're gonna get a Brock Sammy program. Whereas which I hope, God damn it, I hope what's it called? If that's the match at WrestleMania between Brock, I hope Brock gives a shit and doesn't pull the Moxley thing when at WrestleMania 32.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
We'll see, man. We'll see, man. We got a lot coming up, dude. Like 2022 is going to be a
yeah,
crazy year for wrestling. Hold on,
fuck
Gio.
yeah.
Before we leave, I think Gio has a question in the chat.
How
How
long
long?
have people known AEW is moving to TBS?
A couple
I
months.
think it was like briefly talked about on a Dynamite, right? Because they're like, hey, we're gonna be
Yeah,
moving to
they've been kind of building up to this for the past couple months, slowly but surely. But in the past couple weeks, they are ramping up. Hey, man, I didn't get to do it, but they put me in the TBS ad. The
Oh yeah,
AEW is moving to TBS. I'm like the last shot. My reaction at Full Gear whenever I'm like this at the Lucha Brothers match with the poster on
yep,
my head. That was
yeah,
awesome, bro. I had a whole bunch of people tweeting at me on Twitter. They were like, "Hey, man, you were in the
yeah.
ad."
It's
So that was
wild
pretty
how
cool.
you look like 10 years younger in that photo, bro.
I do look it, dude. Depending on whatever the lighting is, and like my age changes, man. Some days I feel like I
Fuck it,
look 30.
that's my
Some
moment
days I
of the
feel like I
year.
look like 15. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck it, that's my moment of the year, bro.
That's my moment of the year is being at Full Gear and getting highlighted 2 times
Yeah.
and now being put in the TBS ads. So that was
Now
pretty
it's
sick.
time. Now it's time to send a letter to what's it called, the TVS. Like, I would like my royalties for using my appearance.
Yeah, I'm about to. Now the DC is gonna get in touch for being like you can't have the Watchmen logo on your show. It's not gonna happen.
Oh
Not gonna
my
happen.
god. Yeah, that's
Bro,
funny.
that TBS AEW show is gonna be sick, man. Because TBS is such a bigger audience than TNT, so
Oh
you know
yeah. Oh yeah.
we'll see, man. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. That's all the wrestling notes dictate. That's it for the year, man. We're done.
That's it.
We're done.
It's been a great year. For High Fly Radio. I think it was kind of started off a little rocky. We were like, okay, we had a little, bit of a schedule down, and then what's it called? Jabril got really busy, so Aiden had to step in more, and we've been steadily going here, but no, it's been a fun year, and we've been able to do a lot. We were able to do the watch-alongs, and you know,
Yep.
so it's been a good time, y'all, and I won't complain. It's been a little rocky, but
Rocky,
it
man.
was what's it called? A great year for High Fly Radio, and I hope next year we get to talk more wrestling. And yeah, I hope I get to watch wrestling with Aiden on the, what's it called together in some form, right?
Yep.
Because what's it called if I'm not watching it with somebody, I'm not
Yeah.
watching these
Not
things.
watching it, man. He said I ain't
Yeah,
here for it, man.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I just I get
We'll get back to
yeah.
it next year, man. Everything will be all good. Because I think our next show will be a couple days before Battle of the Belts. I don't know. Should we do like a watch along for that? I don't know. We'll figure that stuff out off the air.
We'll figure that stuff out, dog. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, of course, it has been a wonderful time. I want to thank everybody who was in chat here, like Gio and Keon here. Thank you so much for being here with us and hanging out with us on the last episode of High Flyer Radio of 2021. We'll see you guys in 2022, and hopefully next year, Aiden will not get my shirt stolen from him. What's it called
Dude,
at a show? That's kind
motherfucker.
of yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm not mad because shit like that.
I
People are
am. I
gonna
want
be
my
asking.
fucking $40 back, motherfucker.
What's it called? I'm not mad because that shit's gonna happen because assholes are like that. But like, I am kind of like, I'm still kind of bummed because I really wanted that shirt, and
Son of bitches,
yeah.
man.
Oh well.
You damn AEW fans. You see what you've done, motherfuckers.
My God, man. But yeah.
Damn, look at Gio fucking just dropping terms, bro. Gio's turned into a wrestling mark in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna clothesline the thief and find them. Yeah, man. The
Gio's gonna bust out a
the
buckshot lariat in the
the
middle of like a
people's
Walmart.
elbow. Oh my God. But all right, man. And as always, this has been High Flyer Radio. Oh wait, hold on, dog. No, where can you find us? What's it called? Tweeting nonsense
Yeah, I was
because
about to
we're
say, I
gonna.
was like, don't you want to do the outros and plugs and all that? Listen, man, you guys can find me wherever you want to find me. You don't have if you want to follow me, you can actively seek me out and find me. I have a very unique name, so it'll happen. So go. I'll let Raul plug himself up.
Yeah. Y'all, as always, want to find me at the Nerd Chicano on both Instagram and Twitter. Twitch.tv/NerdChicano and on YouTube.com under Alejandro Mendoza. You can check out all my videos that I make about movies because I'm just one other channel in like a ocean of 1,000 and millions of movie commentary channels that discuss film criticism. But yeah, go and check me out, y'all. I believe we'll have live shows tonight. I'm not sure. I need to hear back from the bearded individual. But yeah, we are gonna have a little rocky week here going with content, but we're still gonna be having some reviews up, and it'll be a little weird. But what's it called? If this is the last time we see each other for High Fly Radio, which it is, this has been a pleasure being able to talk wrestling with you all. And in the meantime, what's it called? Just go check out all the wonderful stuff that we do on the network by going over to thenerdcore.com. Check out all the reviews and stuff that we're doing. I'm gonna be reviewing right now. I need to finish editing Luis's article for Spider-Man No Way Home review, so that's going to go up in a bit. And yeah, without further ado, it's been High Flyer Radio. As always, don't tap out.
Tune in. Don't spoil Spider-Man. Don't do it.